You've felt it, haven't you? That sense that life is running on autopilot, that no matter how hard you try, things keep spinning out of control. Chaos follows you like a shadow. Stress clings to your energy, and every decision feels heavier than the last. You watch people around you move effortlessly through life, seemingly untouched by the noise, and you wonder, what do they know that I don't? What if I told you that everything you've been struggling with, every distraction, every disappointment, every moment of doubt, can start to dissolve with just one single habit? One habit so subtle, so simple, yet so powerful, that it rewires your mind, your energy, and even the world around you. This isn't about manifesting or chasing luck. It's not about techniques or external hacks. It's about accessing a level of presence, awareness, and control that most people never even realize exists. And the moment you understand this habit, your life will never feel the same again. But first you have to see it clearly, and the path there isn't what you expect. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the noise in your head, the constant chatter, the stress, the racing thoughts, isn't your enemy. It's actually a signal. Most people spend their lives running from it, suppressing it, or trying to control it with distraction, busy work, or endless fixes that barely touch the surface. But what if the key to transforming your life isn't escaping that noise at all? What if the real power lies in how you interact with it? This is where the habit begins, presence. But not the fluffy be here now version you've read about online. Real presence is raw, unfiltered, and uncomfortably honest. It's noticing every thought, every feeling, every urge without judgment. It's realizing that most of the stress you feel isn't caused by what's happening outside. It's caused by your reaction inside. And here's the twist that shocks everyone. Once you truly step into that presence, the world starts to bend differently around you. But few people ever make it that far because presence alone can feel almost too powerful, too exposing. The next layer of this habit isn't something that looks like discipline on the surface. It's subtle, like a muscle you can't see growing. It's awareness that isn't passive. It's noticing tension in your body, the stories your mind tells you, the small impulses to react before thinking, and instead of acting on them, you pause. That pause feels strange at first, almost uncomfortable. You feel like you're missing out, like life is moving faster than you. But the truth is that pause is where your power begins. It's where decisions become sharper, energy becomes cleaner, and your focus becomes a weapon instead of a burden. Most people try to speed through life, grabbing opportunities without preparation, and they wonder why nothing sticks. You, on the other hand, are learning the quiet power of waiting, observing, and responding. And the moment you master that, a subtle shift begins to ripple through everything you touch, but no one will notice at first, except you, and that's when the real transformation starts. Here's something most people never understand. Chaos isn't your enemy. Not truly. What feels like random frustration, tension, or stress is actually life-testing the strength of your presence. Every interruption, every miscommunication, every unexpected setback is an opportunity to practice this habit. Most people respond with panic, anger, or frustration. They react and the world responds in kind. But you start to respond differently. You notice the patterns beneath the surface. You see the tension before it becomes drama. You feel the energy of a situation and make decisions with clarity. And that's where the edge comes in. The subtle, invisible advantage that changes everything. At first, it's almost imperceptible. People notice it in the way you carry yourself, the calm in your voice, the steadiness in your eyes. But the deeper shift is invisible, internal, and unstoppable. And once you sense how powerful this internal calm is, you'll realize that everything you thought about control, influence, and success is incomplete. There's a level beyond reaction, beyond control, and it's waiting for you to step into it. Consistency is the secret ingredient most people miss. You can have flashes of presence, moments of awareness, but unless you practice it relentlessly, life drags you back into chaos. Every time you pause instead of reacting, every time you observe your mind instead of believing every thought, every time you breathe into tension instead of trying to escape it, you're building a muscle stronger than anything external could give you. Weeks pass, months pass, and suddenly the world reacts to you differently. People around you begin to mirror your energy. Conflicts resolve before they escalate. Opportunities appear in unexpected ways. And yet, there's one final test that almost everyone fails to notice. The real transformation doesn't happen until you encounter resistance that doesn't immediately break you, until a situation challenges your presence so completely that your old impulses scream to take over. And when that moment comes, everything you've built either solidifies into unstoppable power or collapses back into chaos. Most people never survive this test. Those who do, they become unshakable. And here's the part that surprises everyone. This habit doesn't just change your mind, it changes your relationships. Imagine a conversation that usually escalates, a conflict that would normally consume your energy, a situation that would normally leave you exhausted. You respond with awareness instead of reaction. You show up fully present, grounded in calm, and instantly the dynamic shifts. People can't manipulate your energy anymore. Trust builds naturally, influence flows effortlessly, and tension that used to weigh you down simply dissolves. And what's fascinating is that the world itself begins to respond to the change in your presence. Not because you force it, not because you push, it happens naturally, subtly, invisibly. And yet most people never notice it, because they are too busy reacting to everything outside themselves. You've stepped into a force that is both quiet and unstoppable. Here's a truth that hits harder than most want to admit. Mastery doesn't come from doing more, chasing more, or controlling more. It comes from being more present, more aware, more awake inside. Most people chase life like it's a series of external achievements, and they burn out long before they see results. But you, when you commit to this habit, move through life with a sense of control so profound that the chaos outside can't touch you. Opportunities flow, decisions sharpen, relationships deepen, and your energy becomes magnetic, not in a flashy, obvious way, but in the way that truly matters. And then comes the realization that few people ever reach. The true transformation isn't external, it's internal. And that realization alone changes everything you thought was possible. By now you may feel a mix of hope and doubt. That's good. That means you're aware, and awareness is the first step toward mastery. Start small. Notice your reactions, pause before responding. Observe the stories your mind tells you, breathe into tension. Each moment compounds, each pause strengthens the habit, and slowly your world begins to shift. You begin to move through life with a clarity and calm that feels almost unreal to those still reacting. And then, when life tests you in ways you didn't anticipate, when the old impulses scream to take over, you'll be ready. You'll realize that this habit, the one everyone overlooks, has quietly transformed you into someone unstoppable. Here's the truth that most people never grasp. Life isn't about controlling circumstances. It's about controlling yourself. This one habit, the habit of awareness, presence, and conscious response, doesn't just improve life, it transforms it entirely. Every pause instead of reaction, every observation instead of judgment, every moment of clarity instead of chaos, it compounds invisibly until your life becomes unshakable. And here's your next step. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for clarity to arrive magically. Begin now. Start noticing, pausing, breathing, responding. Commit to the habit until it becomes your default, until chaos flows around you without disrupting your inner calm. Soon you won't even recognize the person you were before. You'll see someone stronger, sharper, calmer, and unstoppable. Someone who moves through life with mastery rather than reaction. Someone who doesn't just survive challenges, they thrive through them. The world doesn't change, but your perception does. And the moment you realize this, you'll see that all the stress, all the doubt, all the noise was never outside. It was inside, waiting for you to claim your power. Now the question is simple. Will you take the step? Will you commit to this one habit that quietly, invisibly but relentlessly transforms everything in your life? Begin today, one conscious moment at a time, and soon enough, the life that once felt chaotic, exhausting, and out of control will bend around your presence, your awareness, your mastery. The power has been inside you all along. Now it's time to awaken it.